Yeah, I think we'll let them in, Peter.
Okay.
Vamos a dejar que entren ya. Thank you everyone for joining. I know we're exactly at 10 a.m. We're going to give others another couple of minutes to join before we start today. So thanks for your patience and thanks for being here.
Okay, so we're ready to start. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this destination presentation. We're very happy and glad to share with you all the information about this secret Central America. Today, we will be talking about these two beautiful countries, Honduras and Nicaragua. So I would like to invite first to Carolina Briones, which is the Secretary General from the Central America Tourism Agency, CATA, who is going to give us a few welcome words. Hello, Carolina. And
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Peter, for introducing me. I would like to thank you all once again, wholesalers and travel agents, representative from the US and Canada, from your participation in this workshop, which we carry on with the support of Taiwan government cooperation. Today, we'll be presenting two wonderful destinations, Nicaragua and Honduras. But it is a very special event since our speakers are two of the Minister of Tourism that will be presenting their own country. From Honduras, we had Mrs. Nicole Mare, and from Nicaragua, we have Mrs. Anasha Campbell. Sure, you are going to receive great information from the minister that are the best ambassador of their country. They will be talking about culture, heritage, adventures, and nature in each country that they represent. Thanks, Minister, for your support to Cata as always, and welcome in these excellent seminars. Thanks for joining everyone's. and I hope you may learn a little bit more about the regions. If you have any additional information about Central American countries, about our products, about all the tourist attractions that we offer, please visit our website, visitcentroamerica.com. Thank you, and Peter, we are ready to start.
Thank you, Carolina. And now we would like to share a few words from Antonio Chen, which is the project advisor for SICA from China and Taiwan.
Greetings, dear participants. On behalf of the Taiwanese government, I would like to express our sincere congratulations to the Central American Tourism Agency, CATA, for organizing this magnificent event, especially for the post-pandemic era. Taiwan has been a long-term partner to the Central America for decades. We have the honor to sponsor various SICA projects in consolidating the regional tourism. According to statistics of the Secretariat of Central American Touristic Integration, (CITCA), in 2019, 43.1% of the tourists who visited Central America are from the US, which represents the most important market to this region. How to bring back the North American tourists in a post-pandemic future is an issue that we should work on with, and that's why we are here today. Central America and the Caribbean are regions with impressive biodiversity and a rich natural and cultural landscape, allowing all visitors to live unforgettable experience. I'm confident that you will enjoy your trip here. Once again, my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.
Okay, we are ready to start, but before that, we will, as you know, we will have today two presentations, one from Honduras and then from Nicaragua, and at the end we have a Q&A session. So please feel free to write your questions on the chat, and we will answer all of them at the end of these two presentations. So without further ado, I'm very pleased to present Nicole Marder. In August 2019, Minister Nicole Marder was appointed Secretary of State in the Office of Tourism in Honduras. Her focus is to manage tourism promotion and creation of new tourism experiences. Additionally, she is dedicated to the development of new emerging destinations, including social tourism and coffee tourism. One of her key priorities is also improving air access for Honduras from key destinations such as Canada and the US. So please, I would like to invite the minister to start her presentation.
Thank you, Peter, and good morning to everyone. I'm very happy to be here with you today, sharing a little bit about my beautiful country. It's just a little sneak peek of what you can find in Honduras. If we're talking about secret Central America, I have to say that Honduras is definitely the best kept secret in the region. So I'll show you a little bit. I'm gonna start sharing my presentation. Lydia? Yeah? Just give me one more minute. Okay, can you see can you confirm that my screen is being shared?
It is. You just need
Okay.
to press the start the presentation. Great, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to show you a little bit about Honduras, and se me fue algo que pasó, no sé. ¿Dónde está? Are we sharing the screen?
Yes, you are, but it's not the presentation anymore.
Está la pantalla de Kisma. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're back. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Honduras. We are located in the heart of Central America. We have quite a good connection with the United States. We have 4 international airports. So we get quite a bit of connection from the United States. As you can see, we're right in the center, in the middle, we're the little belly button of Central America. We share our borders with Guatemala, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. We are a bi-ocean, so we have a very large north coast in the Caribbean, and we have a smaller portion in the Pacific Ocean where we share it with El Salvador and Nicaragua. So as you can see, Tegucigalpa is the capital, which is located in the center of the country. But our main international airport is probably in La Lima in San Pedro Sula. So our industrial capital, which is a little bit up north. Some of our products in Honduras, and our main product is in the Bay Islands. So this is our most touristical area of the country. And I'm going to go back just one bit. Let me show you. Utila, Roatan, and Guanaja are way up, are 3 Bay Islands, and they're way up there in the northern part of Honduras, which is in the Caribbean side of our country. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful place. I just arrived back from Roatan this morning, so I'm still a little bit, I have the sun still in my face. The Bay Islands are recognized mostly for the white sand beaches and fascinating turquoise blue tones in our sea. It is part of the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, and we have 3 main islands. The biggest one is Roatan, and we have Utila, which is the smallest, and Guanaja, which is the greenest. And this strip of islands is also accompanied by the archipelago of Cayos Cochinos, which is also a beautiful, beautiful place. We have earned multiple international awards as best diving places in the Caribbean. And this is one of the main reasons why Americans and people from all over the world are coming into the Bay Islands, is because it's a great scuba diving destination. Also a great place for fishing. And we have our fishing tournament coming this September, and we have the free diving Caribbean Cup coming in August. So we'll make sure that we send you some information about that, and you're welcome to come and join us. So Roatan is surrounded by the world's 2nd largest barrier reef, and it's a preferred place for divers for its clear waters with ease of access to more than 120 scuba diving sites. So this is a great, great place for scuba diving, as all the Bay Islands as well. Roatan's West Bay Beach has been recognized by Forbes magazine as one of the top Caribbean beaches for 2020 and one of the best places to vacation in the world. So this is definitely our little crown jewel. Incredible sunsets, aquatic activities, zip lining, dolphin encounters, fine local cuisine, great small hotels and bigger hotels, condominiums and Airbnb sites available everywhere, an animal sanctuary, and an incredible nightlife as well. You can't leave Roatan without trying one of our famous drinks, the Monkey Lala. So it's a sweet drink and it's great. So you're gonna love it, and all your guests are also going to love it. It hosts more than 90% of the known marine species in the Caribbean, such as rays, eels, sharks, dolphins, and many others. This is a great place for adventurous night diving and shark encounters as well. So be sure. Roatan is also our main tourism cruise port. We have 2 cruise ports in Roatan. One is called Roatan the Port of Roatan, and the other one is the Mahogany Bay. We're starting reactivating cruises into the island of Roatan as of July. So next month, we're going to be receiving our first cruises back into the island, and everybody is very excited about that. Now, when we talk about Utila, Utila is world famous for scuba diving. It is one of the best places in the world to do to get your PADI certificate and to do scuba diving. Great place for whale shark encounters. What happens in Utila is that something happens when you get there and you don't ever want to leave. And this also happened to the whale shark. So Utila is one of the very few places in the world where the whale shark can be seen throughout the whole year. So, and you know, it's bound to happen to your guests as well. Once you come to Utila, if you were planning on a weekend, you'll stay for the week. If you plan for a week, you'll stay for a month. And if you stay over the month, you'll stay forever. So make sure you get a return ticket because you might want to stay. So snorkeling, fishing are the island's main activities and attractions. The beaches are great, but Utila has very, you know, it's a feeling like a pirate island. So you have great nightlife. Obviously, with COVID, we have certain restrictions, but it's a great place. This is many's favorite destination. Guanaja is our third island in the Bay Islands. Guanaja is unique in every way, from pirate history to special holiday traditions like the junk canoe. This is an island that has lots of history. This was discovered by Christopher Columbus on his fourth journey to the Americas, and it was named Isla de Pinos, which means island of pine trees. Because here in Guanaja, it's so green. We have mountains, we have rivers, we have waterfall, and it's full of pine trees. So in the Bay Islands, throughout the Bay Islands, you will find a tiny little key full of palm trees, and right next to it, a tiny little key with pine trees all over. So it's very unique. Guanaja is definitely our green island in the Bay Islands. This serene turquoise paradise surrounded by 15 small keys is like the little Venice of the Caribbean. We don't have any roads, we don't have any cars, and we do all our transportation with boats. So it's very fun and definitely not boring because you will never stay in one place. Food is amazing, the people are great, and it's a perfect place for kite surfing and fly fishing, other than snorkeling and scuba diving, of course. But fly fishing and kite surfing, this is a great destination. So you don't see as many fish for fishing competitions like you do in Guanaja. So I highly recommend it. Obviously, pictures here are amazing. So make sure to bring a good camera because you will save those pictures forever and share them in all your social network. Cayos Cochinos, this is a very secret kept in our Caribbean, in Honduran Caribbean. The Cayos Cochinos has been the site for many reality shows like Survivor from Spain, from Italy, from Israel, from Colombia, and other reality shows that have been filmed here. This is a protected area. It has two small islands. They're barely islands, but they're two small islands and 11 small keys. So tiny keys, one very different from the other. Same thing as Guanaja, you will find ones with pine trees, you will find ones with the palm trees. This is a protected area by the Fundación Cayos Cochinos. So we have lots of conservation projects going on here. And one of the great things about Cayos Cochinos, it has very few places where you can stay overnight, but they are very nice. So luxury destination, definitely. You get your own private key with your own personalized service as well. Fresh catch of the day every day. and great food and great people that will serve your guests here. So definitely one of the places that you can do. Cayos Cochinos, you can either visit two ways. You can either stay overnight in one of these beautiful private keys, or you can also visit it for the day. When you are in Roatan, you can take a boat into Cayos Cochinos, or if you're in La Ceiba, which is a shorter boat ride into Cayos Cochinos, we have lots of tour guides and tour operators that can take you here, show you around, take you to all the different keys, and definitely great scuba diving and snorkeling. Now, coming into the mainland Honduras, we find our beautiful Honduran Emerald Coast. And this is all the north coast of Honduras that is also in the Honduran Caribbean. That we have over 750 kilometers of beach in the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean shores. But most of these are in the northern part. So the Honduran Emerald Coast extends all the way from the small town of Omoa, all the way to the historical colonial town of Trujillo. So you have so many options in this area, and it's all beautiful. These are both Omoa and Trujillo were important Spanish sites. We have colossal fortresses from that time, from when the Spanish conquered the Americas. So you can visit both of these fortresses, which is very nice and interesting to visit. But also we have our beaches and the whole Emerald Coast. We have a combination between nature, mountains, rivers, lagoons, and obviously beautiful, beautiful beaches. So we have the cities of Omoa, Puerto Cortes, Tela, La Ceiba, where you can visit Cayos Cochinos from, and Trujillo. These are our 5 main sun and beach destinations, but we combine those with rich history, culture. We have our Garifuna, which is the Black communities living in the northern coast of Honduras, and they have added great value to the cultural side and gastronomical side of the experience. So these are all great places to visit, and especially because you can do a combination of extreme sports like whitewater rafting, you can do rappelling, canyoning in the rivers, hiking. You can visit different. We have so many waterfalls in this area. You are going to fall in love with our beaches and obviously with our beautiful, beautiful rivers and all the extreme adventure that you can do in these areas. Copan Ruins is our Mayan site of Honduras, and this is definitely our crown jewel. It is located in the heart of Copan Valley in the westernest part of Honduras, very close to the border of Guatemala. So if you're looking at doing a multi-destination, Copan mixes very, very well with Guatemala, and it adds a lot to the experience of the Mayan civilization. Copan Ruins is considered the world's top Mayan site due to its preserved temples and magnificent tall stone 3D carvings known as a Mayan stela. The level of detail that you can see in our stelas and in all our monuments and obviously our staircase of hieroglyphics, this is what has added so that it can be declared World Heritage Site by UNESCO since 1980. It is also popularly known as the Athens of the New World. And if we would compare, Copan Ruins would be like the Paris of the New World because it's just such a beautiful, beautiful site. When you're visiting Copan, you can't leave without having the experience with the macaws. The macaws in Copan fly freely through our airs, but we do have a bird park where all our conservation programs take place. And we have 3 macaw liberations per year. and they are rescued, recovered, and then set out to be free. So it's a great experience. You will meet them in the parks, in the hotels, in the valleys, in the mountains, and also in the middle of the town. So it's the macaws, which is also our national bird, is part of the experience of visiting Copan. Obviously, bird watching is one of our highlights in Honduras. We have a very green and very mountainous country. So bird watching can be done in many of our Honduran destinations, La Ceiba being one of the most important, in the center of the country, where we have the lake, around the lake Yohoa, which is our only lake, and all the western part of Honduras as well. And very close to the capital of Honduras, which is Tegucigalpa, you can also do bird watching in many sites. So definitely bring your bird watcher groups, because they are going to fall in love. You can do many sites in little time, and you will see a great variety and very easy to see and to find our beautiful birds. Wellness, obviously part of our program and destination attractions. We have lots of places in Copan, in Gracias, in the northern part of Honduras as well, La Ceiba, Tela, and Trujillo. We have many sites for spas and hot springs that you will be able to visit. And each place is very different one from the other. They're completely surrounded by nature. We have respected that natural environment, and it's a great place to end the day after doing all kinds of activities. Just go and relax in one of our hot springs in many of our destinations. Yoga, we have lots of yoga groups coming into Honduras. We have lots of nature everywhere, and most of our hotels and mountain hotels and boutique hotels in natural hotels are they have their sites to do wellness, either in beach destinations or in mountain destinations. Hiking, definitely, if you decide to do the Selake Challenge, which is our highest point in Honduras, you'll have a great experience. And the price to go all the way to our highest peak is you get a sneak peek into heaven, like you can see in our picture. This is a great destination. You do camping in the middle of the mountain, and then very early the next morning you start your hiking all the way up to the highest point, where we have this beautiful view of heaven. So definitely something you want to do. Extreme, yes, like I told you before, we can do rafting, we can do zip lining, we can do rappelling and hiking, and lots of other extreme sports activities, plus all the fishing and scuba diving that we can do in our water destinations. Honduras is recognized by the World Travel and Tourism Council. I know I'm running out of time, so I'm going to go a little bit faster. We are a safe travels destination, and we are prioritizing the tourism destinations for our vaccine process. I just came back from Roatan, like I said before. We are doing the whole island, all of the 3 Bay Islands, and we're then moving into our other international tourism destinations. So soon we will have all our personnel working in tourism ready. Well, we are ready. We have been, and we have very strict control of our protocols. To get into Honduras, our requirements are a negative COVID-19 test result. You have to fill out a health form, which is very easy. Face masks are required everywhere where you are indoors. Social distancing is practiced and expected from our guests. And you have to do an online immigration pre-check. Now, as of this month, we will allow fully vaccinated passengers to come into the country without a COVID-19 test, negative COVID-19 test result. And then with our cruises, we're receiving fully vaccinated staff cruises with fully vaccinated cruisers, and we are making a fully vaccinated destination in Roatan as well. So we're going to be very ready to get everybody back into Honduras. I'm very happy to have shared this sneak peek of Honduras. I hope that we can get you and all your guests coming into our country, and I'm sure that you will fall in love with Honduras as I have fallen in love with it as well. So thank you very much, Peter. Sorry if I took a few more minutes, but I tried to stay true to our time.
Thank you so much, Minister Mulder. It was a great presentation. We're looking forward to visit Honduras soon. And
hopefully, welcome.
Thank you. I would like to remind everyone that we will be more than happy to answer your questions. Just remember to write it down on our chat. And at the end, after Nicaragua presentation, which is next, we will answer all those questions. So let me share my screen now. Okay, I would like to introduce you our next speaker, Anasha Campbell Lewis. Mrs. Campbell is the General Director of the Nicaragua Tourism Board in Tour. She has worked in the public sector for over 10 years, holding multiple roles in the tourism industry. Mrs. Campbell also holds a degree in international relations with emphasis on international trade and specialization in tourism strategic planning. So we are ready for this presentation. So I would like to invite Mrs. Campbell to start sharing her presentation. Okay. We can see it now.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm not sure if you're seeing the presentation.
We can see it.
Okay. Well, good afternoon to all wholesalers, all travel agents that are with us this morning. We're delighted to have you learn a little bit more about Nicaragua and what Nicaragua has to offer. I'd like to also give our thanks to CATA, but also to the people and government of Taiwan for making this possible, and also our agency that is helping us with this presentation. First of all, welcome to the land of lakes and volcanoes, as Nicaragua is known. We'll go through, we're very near to the US market, as you may see. It's about 2.5 hours flight from Miami to Nicaragua. Nicaragua is the largest country in Central America. We're located in the heart, really, in the center of this region. And we border north with Honduras, south with Costa Rica, on the east with the Caribbean Sea, and on the west with the Pacific Ocean. Although we're the largest country in the region, we're one of the less populated country. And I think right now in this context of COVID, that is a very important issue. I would like also to give some highlights that I think is very important for you to take into account. One, Nicaragua is a country with exceptional natural beauty and cultural heritage. With attractive and a varied touristic offer, with the best roads in Central America. Nicaragua is the safest country in the region, and not because I'm the Minister of Tourism, but because all the organizations that focus on crime establish that in the region, Nicaragua is the safest country, even safer than our neighbors, Costa Rica and other countries. So this combination allows our visitors to move very quickly from a sun and beach destination in the Pacific, such as San Juan del Sur, to climb an active volcano, to go to the northern part and enjoy the mountains, or to go to our Caribbean coast and enjoy a different part of Nicaragua. And our top experiences are mainly nature and adventure, but also a rich cultural heritage, sun and beach, and colonial cities. So I'll try to dive into each one of these very quickly. In terms of nature, Nicaragua has the 18% of our territory is a protected area, more than 72 protected areas. Also, we have private wildlife reserve that are not included in this 18%, but which is more than 200 private wildlife reserves in the country. We have 3 biosphere reserves recognized by UNESCO, but we also have 27 volcanoes. 7 of those volcanoes are active. We have 2 of the 7 places in the world where turtle nest massively. You find them in Nicaragua, in which you can also enjoy 5 of the 7 different species of turtles in our country. More than 700 species of birds we have also in Nicaragua. The 7% of the world's biodiversity you'll find in our country. And you'll find beauties as mountains, forests, lakes, lagoons, rivers, waterfalls, you name it, and you can find it in Nicaragua. Another interesting thing is we have more than 800 square kilometers in terms of coastlines, both on the Pacific Ocean and in the Caribbean Sea. So we'll get to that a little bit more when we talk about sun and beach in our country. But with this huge and rich natural beauty, you can do a lot of outdoors activities in Nicaragua. Also, we have the first geopark in Central America, the Rio Coco Geopark, that was recognized by UNESCO last year, 2020. And that has a huge potential, not only for scientific studies and research, but also because of the natural beauty, the archaeological importance it has, and also the culture that this area of this first geopark has and offers to the world. If we go to adventure, there's a lot of different activities that you can do in Nicaragua, most of them at open air and also outdoors, such as biking, hiking, surfing. In our country, you can do surf the 365 days of the year. We have great conditions for surfing in Nicaragua, but also kayaking, canopy. We have, for those that loves adrenaline and extreme adventure, we have the sandboarding down the youngest volcano in the Central American region, which is the Cerro Negro, and which is one of the most important activities, or one of the chosen activities of our visitors, which is throw yourself from the top of that volcano until the bottom of it, in which you can also enjoy the spectacular landscape. But you can also do things like snorkel, like diving, like sport fishing. And in Nicaragua's case, you have the opportunity of doing this in 3 different water types: in the Pacific Ocean, in our crateric lagoons, but also on the Caribbean coast, in the Caribbean Sea. So these are some of the things. Also, trekking is part of the activities that you can do in our country. But there's a lot of adventure. I try to focus on these. But also, people love to climb or active volcanoes. I would highlight the volcano Masaya, which is a volcano in which you have live lava. And that is so accessible that you can go walking, you can go in bicycle, you can go in car, and enjoy also this spectacular view of Mother Nature. Recently, we had last year in March, an acrobat that crossed over on a line that crater of that active volcano, and that was televised all around the world. But also Nicaragua is full of culture, a very diverse culture in which when on the Pacific part of the country was colonized by the Spanish, the Caribbean coast was a British protectorate up until 1894. So Nicaragua conserves her cultural heritage, the indigenous legacy, but also the influence of the Afro-Caribbean and the European influence. And this is shown not only in the traditions, in our dances, in our handcrafts, that each one of these things vary depending on in which part of the country you go to. And the Pacific side of Nicaragua, there are things that highlights like the Huehuense, which is a UNESCO human patrimony and intangible human patrimony, but also it is linked with theater, with literature, and is one of the one that has most data from before the pre-Columbine era. No, it is a sarcasm, a bit trying to make fun of the colonialists, the Spanish colonialists. So that is a human patrimony. But then we also share with Guatemala, with Belize, and with Honduras, the Garifuna culture, their dance, and their language, which is also an intangible human patrimony. And then we have in each one of the 153 municipalities, each one of them has their own patron saints, their own traditional customs and activities. One of them being the Maypole and the Caribbean Coast, which we recently finished that celebration the 31st of May, but is a tradition that goes way back and that is celebrated in all our Caribbean coasts during the whole month of May. And then the handcraft also varies depending on what part of the country you are in. And the Caribbean coast, you'll find things made out of rosewood, for example. And the side like in Rio San Juan, you'll find what we call the madera balsa, which is a very light board. But in which tourists loves these different souvenirs that they make out of this. You'll find things like hammocks in Masaya area, but also things made out of clay as the picture you can enjoy. But this is also reflected in our culinary experience or the gastronomy, when on the Pacific side is based on corn and the Caribbean coast is based on coconut milk and seafood. So you have a great variety of traditional dishes that you can enjoy in Nicaragua. And I must say, this is one of the most attractive things out of our countries. All tourists that visit Nicaragua always highlights the great food and cuisine that we have in our country. In terms of sun and beach, as I mentioned, we have been blessed in having both coastlines and the Pacific and the Caribbean. And the Pacific, the beaches are characterized by being black sand or volcanic sand, while on the Caribbean coast is white sand and turquoise water. And you can enjoy going from the Pacific, in which you can do things like surfing, sport fishing, snorkeling, diving, or just swimming or enjoying the spectacular views, or on the Caribbean side, which is a much more tranquil water in which you can just forget about the world and relax. I think this brings clearly that Nicaragua is both Central American as much as we are Caribbean. And I think not much people know that. So you can experience this diversity in our country, and also the multi-ethnicity, the pluriculture, and the multilingual country that Nicaragua is. Although Spanish is our official language, our constitution states that on the Caribbean coast, it is also official, the languages spoken by or different ethnic groups, meaning Creole English, Miskito, Rama, Mayagna, Sumuali, different languages are also official on that part of our country. And then we also have colonial cities. In colonial cities, I think there are two cities that outstands. One, and being our main destination, Granada, which is a colonial city established in 1502 and 1524, sorry, and in which it is the oldest country established on continental land that is still in its original place, and where you can enjoy not only the architecture, the colonial architecture, but it is combined also with the rich nature, with the culture, with the traditions of our people. And then you have also Leon. Leon was established also in the same time of Granada, 1524. Both of them by Francisco Hernandez de Córdoba, but in Leon's case, in the early 600s, the city had to move to its actual site because due to a volcano eruption. And so the ruins of Old Leon is a heritage, a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. And the Cathedral of Leon is also a World Heritage Site. It is the largest cathedral in Central America and one of the largest in all Latin America. But also Leon, as we know it as the capital of the revolution, the first capital of the revolution, or the university city, because of the importance in terms of education in our country. And then also you combine in Leon not only the cultural and history, but also the spectacular volcanoes such as Cerro Negro, in which you do the sandboarding, but also you have Telica, El Pilas El Hoyo, in which you can also enjoy camping, also climbing these volcanoes, but you can enjoy also the beach from Leon, Poneloya y Las Penitas, that has this spectacular combination of both culture, historical legacy, but also sun and beach. And then also there's a lot of museums and different churches in Leon, each one of them that has their unique architecture. So I think you can enjoy colonial cities well preserved in Nicaragua, but also is combined with the culture, with the nature, with our cuisine, and do all different sorts of outdoor activities in Nicaragua while you visit these colonial cities. I also want to stress that although these are the well-known cities, Nicaragua has never been a massive tourism destination. We have been a more non-traditional tourism destination. Our main touristic offer is based on SMEs and small boutique hotels, which mean that it's the Nicaraguan people who are giving a service and offering products to our visitors. And our main attraction is really our Nicaraguan people, who outstands for being very caring, very warm, very kind with our visitors, and who always receives all visitors with open hands with open arms and with a big smile and make you feel like another Nicaraguan. I think those are the main things that Nicaragua stands for. And in terms of the safety protocols, I'd like to mention that we have 5 biosafety protocols that have been in place from last year up until now. We have trained more than 15,000 local business owners in these different touristic activities such as food and beverage, tourist transportation and car rental, travel agents and tour operators, tour guides, but also hotels. These biosafety protocols, we made them in joint coordination with our Ministry of Health, with the Ministry of Labor, with the National Technological Institute, but mainly with the private sector. And this helped us also to obtain this recognition by the World Tourism Travel Council as a safe destination with the Safe Travel stamp, which gives more confidence to our visitors. In terms of the airlines flying to Nicaragua, right now we have Avianca and Copa making direct flights to Nicaragua. We have also a local carrier, which is La Costeña, that makes the domestic flights in the country. And Aeromexico is supposed to start by the 1st of July to resume their operations in the country. And we hope that the other airlines also follow. And in terms of the requirements to enter Nicaragua, our travelers must present a negative PCR test with a validity period of no more than 72 hours. Travelers with fever and respiratory symptoms will not be allowed entry in the country. It is also important to note that although we don't have a quarantine established, meaning you can come to our country and move very freely and quickly from one destination to another, our Ministry of Health does a follow-up by phone for a period of 14 days. So it is pretty much easy to enter Nicaragua. All you need to do is present your negative PCR COVID test in no more than 72 hours prior of your entry in our country. I would like to leave you with this quick video. I hope you can see.
Naturaleza. Tradición, cultura y gastronomía. Experiencias inolvidables. Visita Nicaragua.
So with that, I will end my presentation, expecting to see all of you very near and quick in Nicaragua, and also that you can offer a country to your clients. If you need more information, we are also available, and I'll put in the chat box or websites and or social media information. Thank you very much for your attention. And if there's any question, we're happy to answer. Thank you very much, Peter and Carolina and
Thank you.
the team.
Thank you so much, Minister Campbell. Definitely nice presentation, but a beautiful destination. So this is our questions part of the presentation. So you're more than welcome to share all your questions with us. Let me double check here. I just want to remind you that we leave on the chat the two main websites, which is visitcentralamerica.com and secretcentralamerica.com too. You can go there to see to check all the official information about these beautiful destinations. Okay, so we have one question here. Okay, no, is Catherine wrong asking just if she will have if she will be able to have a copy of the presentation? Yes, yes, Catherine. Everyone will receive today's presentation on their mailboxes during the next hours. So if we don't have any questions, I would like to see if Ministry Martyr or Ministry Campbell wants to add something else before we finish.
Thank you, Peter. I just want to thank everybody for being here with us. We are, like Minister Anasha Campbell said, we hope to have you in our countries very soon. Central America is a great place to visit. And if you do a multi-destination, you will fall in love with it even more. So thank you everyone for being here with us. I just want to mention that for the winter time of the United States, we do have additional flights that come into the country, especially from connecting directly to Roatan. So we are resuming flights from Canada directly to Roatan from Toronto. And we are doing, Sun Country has confirmed from Minneapolis straight to Roatan, and WestJet also from Toronto into Roatan. So American Airlines and United Airlines are adding flights coming in from Los Angeles and New York. And we are in conversations with Frontier and Southwest to get more flights coming in with them as well. So coming soon, more connections directly to Honduras. And we hope that you take advantage of the great prices that they are bringing, especially for the winter season. Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you, Carolina, for arranging this meeting. And I'm happy to have been here with you today.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would also just like to, hi, Nicole, I didn't greet you at the beginning. It's very nice to have this interaction. If anyone is looking really for unforgettable experience, then Nicaragua is your destination. It's very authentic and original. Our touristic offer is not something made up for tourists. It's just that our people shares their culture, their beautiful nature, all the history with all visitors. So you're always welcome to visit Nicaragua. And I think the opportunity of making multi-destination, meaning visiting at least 2 or 3 countries in one vacation, is the opportunity that Central America offers all our visitors. Our touristic offer, although we have some similarities with the rest of Central American countries, I think each country has their unique product, in which we complement one another. So I think it is very easy for a tourist to make a multi-destination in Nicaragua, in Central America, being all our countries so near also. And our extension in terms of territories is very small if you compare us with other regions all around the world. So I think there's a great opportunity to make much of the multi-destination that Central America offers. In Nicaragua's case, both with Honduras, which is our neighbor from the north, but also from Costa Rica, which is our neighbor in the south. There is strong potential to make much of the opportunities to do multi-destination in our region. So we look forward to seeing you here in our country so that you can have that unforgettable experience that I know would be a life-changing experience in Nicaragua, because Nicaragua has that particularity of captivating its visitors, and you fall in love with the country, but mainly with the Nicaraguan people. So thank you very much, Peter, and all the team that made this possible.
Thank you so much. And just to wrap up, and before we leave, we want to share with you additional resources that we have. As I mentioned, secretcentralamerica.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Secret Central America. And also, you know, we just want to thank you, everyone, to join us for these presentations. As we mentioned, we will share the information, and you will find also our personal information. If you have any questions, you can email us, and we will be more than happy to send you all the info that we have about Secret Central America and these 4 beautiful destinations: Nicaragua, Honduras, Belize, and Guatemala. So thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of the day, and see you soon.
See you
Bye,
in
thank
Central
you.
America.
Bye.